what he is, but we think he has Australian Shepherd in him. Terry actually helped us do some basic obedience with him when he was a baby. He is just a big goofy teddy bear with us, but in the last year or so, we had a lot of change in our family, including a new elderly addition. Actually Scout and him are fine. We haven't really had an issue with that. But we went through a lot of stress, and I think that he caught on to that and felt like we had kind of lost control of the situation, and that he also has had anxiety with loud noises and thunderstorms since he was a baby, and I never thought that would turn into anything like aggression. But in the past year or so, he has really started with our walks. We would regularly go on walks twice a day all the way around the neighborhood, and then those started to dwindle because I couldn't control him on the leash. He would lunge at people walking by, people with hats on, people with sunglasses, other dogs, squirrels, deer, birds, anything. And he's a big guy. He's 95, 100 pounds, and I mean, when he decides he wants something and takes off, it's like a Mack truck, and you either hold on for dear life or you have to let go or you're dragged down. And so I started noticing my mom would refuse to take him out just to pee. We don't have a fenced in backyard because and she wouldn't take him out to pee because she was afraid, because if he took off, he would drag her down. My dad's not really stable on his feet, and so he's dragged him down a couple times. And we used to put him out, since we don't have a fenced in backyard, we used to put him out on a tether that we had, and we would never leave him out there unattended. So we would always be out there with him. But one day my dad was sitting in the garage and Scout was on his tether in the front yard, and he heard some yelling, and so he came around the corner, but it was too late. My neighbor's dog had gotten loose and come into our yard and tried to attack our Chihuahua, and Scout went after the other dog, and the other dog was not on leash. It was on our property, and my dogs were both restrained, but the other dog had to have tubes in him for 2 or 3 days. So Scout got him pretty good. He's never bitten anyone, but I didn't want to ever let it get that far because, like I said in the beginning, he's a sweet, lovable, great dog with us. And we came to Terry again since things had changed so much in the past year and we had started to see this. We came to Terry to try and help us because we felt like the situation had just gotten out of hand, and that and we weren't willing to wait to see if something, just absolutely terrible happened. I don't want to let it get to that point. I want Scout to feel like we have the situation under control and comfortable in his own home, in his own skin. And I want to get him back to the point where I can give him the proper exercise he needs and all that kind of stuff, because he, for a while now, he hasn't been really probably getting that because we've all been too afraid to walk him all the way around the neighborhood. I've been walking him down a wooded trail behind my pool area in my neighborhood so I don't come in contact with other people or other dogs, and I don't want him to have to live like that. I don't want to have to live like that, and so we called Terry.
Hey guys, it's Terry with Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care, and I'm here with Scout, who's our latest board and train hybrid client. Scout is a 3-year-old Australian Shepherd mix. He's about 100 pounds. and he is here with us because his owners have been experiencing some reactive behaviors from him for about the last year. He's been doing things like becoming reactive while out on walks on the leash. To quote his owner, he goes rabid on walks when he sees someone he doesn't know. So we're going to be working with him on correcting that behavior. We're also going to be, as we always do, implementing a foundation of basic obedience commands, which he's had training when he was a puppy. Actually, we did one-on-one training with him. And so these behaviors started occurring, like I said, about a year ago. So about the time he turned 2 is when this all started. And some of the things that he does is, he jumps at people that come into their home, jumps at them and jumps up at their face. He hasn't bitten anyone yet, thank goodness. But, it very well could go there. It sounds like it wasn't very pretty when it was happening. He's especially reactive towards men, also bicycles, motorcycles, people, in general, people with dogs, wrong, sit. People with hats and sunglasses, so lots of triggers. And typically when, we have a dog like Scout, these behaviors come from nervous or anxious, not socialized towards a lot of these things. It can happen. Some of the other behaviors they've been experiencing are of jumping on furniture, some separation anxiety, overexcited behavior, demanding attention. And his owners want to be able to, number one, want to be able to walk him down the street without him being reactive. They have had some incidents where, he's gotten away from them because they can't hold on to him. He's 100 pounds, right? She'd love to be able to run and jog with him, and, just be able to have him be calm and non-reactive towards other dogs, animals, and people. So that's kind of, not a lot to ask, just in the general scheme of things, of owning a dog, right? I want to be able to walk my dog down the street and not have it be reactive. We're not asking him to be best friends with other dogs, but to just, maintain his manners. And so how we're going to do that is, of course, we're going to start with obedience training, the foundation, basic obedience, which, overall teaches your dog that you're in charge and you have control of everything, which in cases like this, especially, which, by the way, most dogs that are reactive out of fear. Fear, nervousness, anxiety, it's so common, okay? Reactive, aggressive, whatever you want to call it. So implementing a foundation of obedience and structure, and also building his confidence, these things that trigger him because he's nervous about them, hats and bicycles and motorcycles and things like that. We've got to expose him to those things, and teach him how to behave and how to respond and learn that they're not scary after all, right? So we're going to be doing confidence building. We're also going to be doing muzzle conditioning. He has worn a muzzle before, the nylon type muzzle. We're actually going to, we're going to work with him with a basket muzzle and teach him how to wear this and be comfortable in it. This is actually the best kind of muzzle because it allows them, they can pant, they can drink, they can eat with this on, and this, personally, what I think for most important is that this is going to help his owners feel more relaxed, safer while he's wearing this when they, start walking around. I'm not saying he has to wear this forever, but in the beginning, it's really going to help keep everyone safe. It's going to help, like I said, most importantly, help them feel more relaxed and safer as they begin, their work when he goes home, working with him, and that they can feel safe and relaxed. Because, hey, if they feel nervous or anxious, he's definitely going to pick up on that. And that's going to make him more nervous or make him nervous, right? So we don't want that. So we're going to be working with him on that. I'm gonna start with that tomorrow. I tried today, and he ate this morning, so he's not particularly food motivated right now. And that's how we do it. We do it with food training. We condition him to this, so that he realizes, hey, when this thing comes out, good things happen, right? So today, I've already started with him a little bit, but working with him just on some sit drills. I'm gonna do the crate thresholds, going in, coming out, that kind of stuff, and just begin working with him and teaching him that these basics, the basic foundation. And again, for dogs like him, all dogs, okay, but especially dogs that have a nervous tendency, what they crave is structure. And when I say structure is different from routine, right? Structure is boundaries, right? Structure is yes, it is routine, but it's also the boundaries and what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, that kind of stuff. And absolutely, we're going to be rewarding him when he makes good decisions. We're going to be doing food training with him, food and clicker in the beginning here with the all the basic commands. So, he's a good dog. He's a sweet dog. He really is, with his family, and with the exception of his reactivity. So we're going to get him listening better, and wrong, sit, good. Just feeling more relaxed and calmer, and feeling more relaxed in his own skin, in his own environment, in his home, all of that kind of stuff, and not feeling the need to be reactive when people come over or out on the leash. So anyway, again, Scout, 3 years old, Australian Shepherd mix. So stay tuned. Feel free to post in the comment section, wish him well, whatever you like, and hopefully, you watch his journey, and hopefully you'll see things that maybe you can relate to in your own dogs, that, the videos will help you as well as you work through things with your dog. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me or post them in the comment section, and I'm happy to help you however I can. All right? Stay tuned. Take care. Bye.